Hey guys, welcome to Coffee and Crime. I'm your host Astrid.
And Vanessa.
And today we're doing things alone. Could you believe that? So today we're covering the case of Arne Johnson. Might sound familiar if you watched the new Conjuring film that came out middle of the year, beginning or middle of the year. It is The Conjuring's The Devil Made Me Do It. That movie is based off of this case. If you see me looking this way, it's because my notes are on my laptop, not in hand. If the court accepts the witness of God, it's about time they accept the existence of the devil too. Arne Johnson was convicted of first-degree manslaughter for the murder of his landlord, Alan Bono. Arne pleaded not guilty for reason of demonic possession. However, was found guilty and served a 5-year sentence out of the 10 to 20-year sentence. A little bit on how it started. Everything started with the possession of 11-year-old David Glatzel. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. After a number of occurrences, David's family sought help from Ed and Lorraine Warren in their last efforts to cure David of demonic entities. After several days of exorcisms, according to those present, the demon left David and possessed Arne. How much of that is true, we don't know. However, you can actually read more into that in the book The Devil in Connecticut by Gerald Brittle. You should take tallies on how many times I say the word however, because good lord.
It'll be 23 by the end of the video.
And dude, I wouldn't doubt it. I went through this and read more of it, and I edited out.
However.
Yes. David states that an old man appeared at the rental property they had acquired. The old man appeared pushing and terrifying him, telling him that if the Glatzel family moved into the rental property, he vowed to harm them and take his soul. His visions were of the man appearing as a demonic beast and muttering in Latin. The family would claim to hear strange noises in the attic, however no one but David would see the man. The family sought help from the Catholic priest to bless the home after David exhibited odd behavior, such as night terrors and unexplainable scratches and bruising. The family claimed the house was evil and refused to live in it. David's visions, however, worsened, and after 12 days, I'm sorry guys, I'm not laughing at the case, I'm laughing because I use the word however a lot. David's visions, however, worsened, and after 12 days from the original incident, the family reached out to Ed and Lorraine Warren, self-proclaimed demonologists. Upon their arrival, Lorraine claimed to see a black mist attached to David. His sister Debbie and his mother recounted the previous events of witnessing David be beaten and choked by an invisible presence that would leave red marks around little David's neck. Later, David would start to growl, hiss, and even speak in otherworldly voices. He would recite pages from the Bible or even Paradise Lost. After multiple exorcisms, David was subjected to the lesser 3 exorcisms, where Lorraine would recount that David levitated, ceased to breathe for a bit of time, and even demonstrated precognitions, specifically in the manslaughter Arne would later commit. According to a present witness, they claimed that amidst an exorcism, Arne called out to the demonic entity, telling it to take him instead. Johnson later visited the rental property to look at the well that supposedly housed the demon. He recollects that this is the final encounter with the demon while he was lucid. This was when he became possessed by the demon, after encountering it at the well and making eye contact. They claim that the Warrens had warned him not to do this, although it is not brought up in any of the movies or shows that have since been released in regards to this case. However, this wasn't when David's conditions stopped. In fact, they got worse. In this time, Debbie and Arne had decided to move out of her mother's home and began renting from the soon-to-be victim Alan Bono. He hired Debbie as a dog groomer. It's at this time that Debbie began to notice things happening in Arne that were a lot similar to that of her little brother David. According to Debbie, Arne would fall into a trance-like state, where in that state he would growl and hallucinate and then have no recollection of the events after he'd come to. So on February 16th of 1981, Johnson called in sick to his job and met Debbie at the kennels where she worked. Also there was Arne's sister Wanda and Debbie's cousin Mary. Debbie's landlord, Alan, took them to eat lunch at a bar where he became intoxicated. Debbie took the girls for pizza, but insisted they return quickly, anticipating trouble. When they returned, Bono was heavily intoxicated and became agitated. Debbie asked everyone to leave the room, however, Bono got a hold of Mary and refused to release her. Johnson then followed suit and demanded Bono release the little girl. It is then that Johnson's sister, Wanda, recounts the events that followed to police. She stated that Mary ran to the vehicle while Debbie attempted to settle the situation between the two men. Wanda tried to pull Arne away, who was growling like an animal. He pulled a a 5-inch pocket knife out and began repeatedly stabbing Bono. He died only a few hours later. Johnson would be found 2 miles from the crime scene. On October 28th of 1981 was the start of Arne's court case, when his lawyer submitted a plea of not guilty by virtue of possession. The presiding judge, Robert Callahan, rejected the defense because no such thing could be proven in a court of law due to the lack of evidence. The defense later claimed it to be self-defense, and because of that, the jury was not allowed to proclaim demonic possession as a viable explanation for the killing. It took the jury 15 hours over a count of 3 days before convicting Arne Johnson of first-degree manslaughter on November 24th, 1981. Arne was released in 1986, 5 years after his conviction, on good behavior. He married Debbie and received his high school diploma while in prison. They would later go to have 2 children. They would later go on to have 2 children together. While it is clear that they have children, there is no information about them currently. Ed and Lorraine Warren have both commented that Arne has successfully learned how to conquer his demon. Ed has also spoken up about how Arne now knows how to ward off any demon that could possibly ever come back into his life, and Arne now knows to never face the devil again. Not much is known of Arne today. However, his wife Debbie has since passed away from cancer. There is no credible date as to when she passed or from what type of cancer exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, that's all of it.
Dang.
That's all I was able to find. I remember like trying to find some type of like credible source of, you know, when Debbie passed away and, you know, from what and all that. But honestly, like, you can't find anything on them. I wasn't able to.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all might be wizards and maybe able to find it. Not this girl. Oh man. One thing that, where to sit between this, because he did commit a murder. However, he was possessed by a demon, or so they say. 5 years out of a 10 to 20 sentence. Like, I'm trying to think about it. If like I were in the Bono's like shoes, I would be very, very angry if my family member's killer got out 5 years after the murder on good behavior. I don't know, like it's a hard one to really sit behind. You know, like they make a good point on how, you know, when you go into a court, everybody does accept the witness of God, you know?
Yeah.
They make you put your hand on a Bible and swear to tell them the truth and only the truth.
To swear to God and all
Yeah,
that.
but you can't accept the existence of the devil too. Like, you can't have one without the other, sweetheart.
Yeah.
They both
If
very
there's
much
a God,
exist.
there's a devil.
Yeah.
So they released him for good behavior?
Mm-hmm.
And what did he get charged with exactly?
First degree manslaughter.
How many times did he stab him?
15. First degree manslaughter. Oh, never mind, not 15. Cut that out. It just says that he repeatedly stabbed Bono. It could be 2, it could be 4. I remember. I remember watching the movie, jumping off the couch when that scene comes to play, whenever Arne is like out of it and it shows that Bono is coming towards him, and then you see like the red, the red door, and it's like everything is going off, and then something just comes at him. Woo. Oh, spoiler, in case y'all haven't seen it.
Yeah.
A little bit too late.
Did they have any evidence of like Arne, you know, making those noises and all that? Because you know how like Ed and Lorraine always recorded some type of recording every time they had investigated.
That is a really good question. We're gonna fact check real quick. Well, okay, if you think about it though, they didn't do anything on Arne. They did it on the little boy, on David. Like the Warrens, yes, they were there. They were present for Arnie's case, but like,
oh, so they weren't there at all for Arne?
Like they were there, but none of like the exorcism or any of that took place with Arne. All that took place with David.
Yeah, now that I remember.
You know, it's crazy talking about like any of the Ed and Lorraine Warren cases, because you know you have this one that's like the devil made me do it, and you have like the whole Conjuring franchise. Would you call it a franchise? Series? We'll go series. Just to be on the smarter side. The Conjuring series, you know, you have, what is it, the first one where Bathsheba's in it? It's the first Conjuring movie. How they say that the Perrin family asked them for help and this and that. I'm sure a lot of people don't know that when they were there, Mrs. Perrin was thrown across the room and hit the wall so hard that they thought she died. Her husband tried like running to her to like check on her, and Ed stopped him and was like, no, like don't interfere with I think it was like an exorcism.
Yeah.
And Mr. Perrin punched him in the face. and then kicked him out in the middle of an exorcism.
And after that, Ellen and Lorraine, they said that they didn't ask anything about that after.
They
That
never
was
went
the
back.
last time they heard from him.
Yeah, they don't know what happened to them.
After that, the rest is history.
And it's crazy because, you know, we watched Sam and Colby and all of them, and, you know, they recently went to the Conjuring house. Sam and Colby went twice. They went once with a medium and 2 others, and then they went again by themselves.
But watching that kind of stuff just shows to prove that, like, we're not the only things out here. Like, we're not the only existing things at all. Like, by existing, I mean by in any form, any type of way.
If you've seen the movie, oh crap, my mind just went blank. I'll send you a screenshot of the movie if I can remember it. I want to say it came out back in 2016. And one of the quotes was, there's 2 possibilities in life. Either we're alone or we're not. Both are equally terrifying, because like either we're alone and that's kind of sad, or we're not alone and we don't know what the heck is out there.
People will be surprised though what's really out there, dude. Especially watching those kind of, you know, those videos that people who actually go explore that kind of stuff.
If y'all don't watch Mindseed, I highly recommend them.
Yep.
Highly.
Like if there's any YouTubers out there that I genuinely am like, what the Mindseed TV.
Yep.
What they catch on video, you cannot like.
Y'all got anything to bring up? Anything going on outside of the world?
Our first paranormal stream
On Twitch.
Our giveaway / raffle thingy is still going. So remember, if you follow the Instagram and you are active, liking, commenting, all that, the more times your name will be put into the raffle. And at 100 followers, we will pull out raffles. Ruben will pull out raffles, as he made so clear in the last video.
You damn right.
First winner will get a drawing from yours truly. Second winner will get a coffee and crime cup.
From yours truly.
And yeah.
Tabs. We're keeping tabs.
Yes, we are keeping tabs on all active followers.
Comment down below what y'all would like me to draw, just in case you are the winner.
Yes, give us some ideas. We'll give her some ideas. We actually got a new follower right before we started this, I believe.
Thank you for supporting the coffee and crime.
Yes, we also have a Discord up, which is where the majority of our paranormal stuff will be. It'll also be linked to our Twitch, so whenever we go live on Twitch, you get the notification there. When this goes out, it'll have already passed, but today is our cousin's birthday.
Shout out to Nathan.
Happy birthday.
Happy 14th birthday, bro.
We'll drop his Instagram handle down below too, just to give him a little recognition.
Followed by his address and social security.
Okay, not all that. Alright guys, with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what y'all want to see. Any cases that y'all have in mind. And we will catch y'all on the flip side.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
And then, you know, like...
You gotta say something, man.
You gotta beep, because I curse a lot. I don't know if you like...
But we gotta do a lot of editing for Kobe.
He right there.